Man, it's been a long time no see. A lot of familiar faces sitting in the audience right now, and I just want to tell y'all, thank y'all for tuning in. I love y'all. SNN is back, so you see me in the gang. Uh, wish us a happy return, and I do have something that's been weighing on my chest for a little while, and it comes from a very strong emotional place because it's a very special weekend, of course. And I really always wanted to tell you guys this, so I'm gonna tell you something, get it off my chest, and get it over with. And we're gonna jump right into the theme song. We got a great show for y'all tonight. We'll be doing a review of The Boys, the first 5 episodes of season 4, the first 4 or 5 episodes of The Acolyte. Um, I have a couple. I have a couple homies with me to help go over the topics tonight, and it should be pretty fun. But anyway, so what I really wanted to tell y'all is that it's a real nigga birthday.
Is the best thing what? Exactly.
Yes, Lord.
It's your birthday. Go, Deante.
Hey. Y'all missed out on the epic intro, but I might have something for y'all at the end too. I might have a grand finale for that.
My audio good?
Yep, coming in loud and clear.
Too loud.
Yep.
Yes,
Too
sir.
loud?
No, you're good.
Hold on, let me turn it down.
Actually, that's like the clearest your mic has been in a minute.
Yeah, I'm using like my other one, but bro, you had me scared, bro. I was like, is he about to cry?
Actually, when I seen you look back and forth,
like
I was like,
from a very
he about to
emotional
say,
place.
bitch.
I was like,
It was like, man, anything could come out this crazy dude's mouth.
You never know. Y'all going to forget me in my sweating tonight. The AC decided to kick the bucket 2 hours ago. So, yeah, I'm good. I'm okay over here. I'm just a little hot.
Rest in peace to the AC, man. It's the worst time of the year to go out.
For
worst
real.
time.
And on a weekend. Not even on a work day.
Oh, man. And it's scorching today, too. Like, I went outside, like, around maybe, like, 1 or 2 this afternoon, and it was so hot that my AC was struggling to keep up with it in the car.
I believe it.
Like,
I believe it.
Like, this is that heat that Charizard fought Magmar in. Like, Jesus. He's just like, I'm going to come back for a rematch now.
Yeah.
Oh, just for anybody that was here when I did that crazy ass monologue at the beginning. Today's not actually my birthday. It's actually Tuesday, July the 2nd. And we will not have a stream for that, unfortunately. But this is birthday weekend, so we're going to turn up anyway.
Okay.
So I got my boys with me.
Bet.
Emperor Will is in the house. And of course, Mr. Blake Hickman.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Our topic for tonight, of course, is The Boys Season 4. First 5 episodes. And we got the first 4 to 5 episodes of The Acolyte, now streaming on Disney+.
We do.
And our first topic for tonight, of course, is definitely going to be our review on The Acolyte.
It's receiving so much hate right now on the internet. It's very mixed reviews. I think people are going too hard on it, man. I think it's wild. You know, people want to see expanded universe. I mean, let's be honest. What out there has not made a couple of history mistakes or, you know, canon mistakes, no matter what film industry it is. And yeah, there's a couple things where I'm like, ugh, that kind of irks me. I wish they would have,
Right.
got their shit together. But at the same time, like it's more Star Wars stuff. We're getting to see more Jedi. We're getting to see High Republic time, which is something that's been wanted for a long time.
Right.
I like that they brought the witches in because you learn about some witches and stuff if you play Jedi Survivor and you actually work hand in hand with one. And I'm not even sure if it's the same type of witches, but I like seeing that, man. I do. And that last episode gave me Red Wedding vibes from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, it was like some bodies got dropped that episode, man.
Real.
We will spoil that for y'all. So if you haven't seen that shit, run.
I won't start it on my positive or my negative until you tell us which one you want to talk about first.
Man, like as far as episode 5 goes, like this episode was like we chose violence straight out the gate. Like we ended episode 4 with violence straight out the gate. Like episode 5, no prisoners were taken this episode.
So I see online that there's that one move where he stuck that one with the lightsaber and then he full poured that one into it. Yeah. And everybody's going around the internet calling that a Sith kebab.
Wow,
that's a good one. That's a good one.
Kimpachi Zaraki is in the house tonight. Shout out to Kimpachi. Yes, that fight was off the chain.
Oh yeah.
God, man. We finally got to meet the Sith Lord. My theory about who he was underneath that helmet was completely wrong.
Mine too.
Yeah. I thought it was the mother. I thought it was the mother from like the leader of the witches.
Too, actually.
She was a damn good Force user, so I was like, it could be her, like out here bodying like 7 Jedi by herself. Like what?
So Kipachi said, "Do you think we'll see Plagueis in the Acolyte?" I'm gonna be honest with you. When we very first seen in the first episode, the Sith or whatever, that's who I was hoping it would be. That's who I was hoping it was going to be, but obviously it's not. But I hope they bring him into this somehow, even if it's at the very end, because that's something that's been on so many people's mind, and that was talked about and teased in Revenge of the Sith. And I don't know. I really hope they somehow bring him into the fold of this, even if it's into the next season or the next series.
Yeah, because it's just like we already have like Anakin and some of the characters that did exist in like Star Wars source material, so it wouldn't hurt to bring in more source material characters. So Plagueis would definitely make a good fit. And even if they start from scratch and have like brand new like Brotherhood of Sith and whatnot, that would be awesome too. Just make sure that they're a little bit more badass than the Legends books of Sith Lords, because we don't want to see the repeat. And you guys are just like disrespecting like the Star Wars history and lore.
No kidding.
Yeah,
they could definitely take some insight out of a few of these pages of these books, in my opinion.
Exactly. Yes, sir. Shout out to Billy Rhodes. He is in the comment section tonight.
Oh, Billy.
Yes. We are just reviewing The Acolyte right now. And then the final topic after this will be The Boys Season 4. And
it's a great month for like June and July, man, is great nerd months. Like everything that's coming on and the Deadpool Wolverine. I mean, oh my God. Like it's a good time to be alive.
It really is. And it's just like we ain't even made content for House of the Dragon yet. We ain't even planned content for House of the Dragon.
Right. Yeah.
We're 2 episodes deep, and it's just like it's just been good so far, and it's just nerds are eating this summer. Yeah, for sure.
I gotta get caught up on that. So
it's off to a great start. For the Sith Lord, Will, have you like gotten caught up to episode 5 or?
Huh?
Oh, have you got caught up to episode 5?
You mean like the Acolyte?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You find out like his true identity.
The Sith Lord.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Did you know? Did you have a theory?
Yeah. I just wasn't clear on what you was talking about.
Yeah. Like I had a theory on who he was going to be.
An anime, like it's like I kind of, I don't know, I guess like Kenpachi was saying in the chat, like me personally, like I guess being like an anime watcher and having them subvert like expectations and stuff, and just like, okay, so who could the person be that's the actual Sith Lord or whatever, and so I'm like, it could be someone close to her. So yeah, I don't know. I like solving stuff like that. So I kind of figured it out like maybe episode 4, but like before everything went down. And so I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah, because he threw out a couple good hints too. Like he was always talking to May about like her training and the specifics of what she has to do to the Jedi, like fighting them without weapons. It's like, okay.
I almost thought maybe he was in secret, you know, the other apprentice or something, you know, or he was his apprentice and on his own, and he's kind of like keeping tabs on her type thing. I just didn't think that come across that he would be the one, but it definitely all makes sense now. But yeah. I don't know. Like Kenpachi just stood there and said that it'd be kind of cool to see if he is actually the acolyte to Plagueis. That would be sick. That I think that would be a good storyline. The way to bring him in.
Yeah, Kenpachi said I want to say in the recent episode he might have made that quote "pieces alive," or maybe he said it in episode 4, but he definitely said it very, very recently. That is a Sith line, and it's just like he faked it so well. Like he pretended to be like this feeble guy that's just like assisting and selling stuff to May, and May's the one like training for this big.
That was the one you got to watch out for, though.
Yeah, for real, you got to watch out for this dude. For real, he doesn't even have his Sith name yet. He's just like, I'm gonna body 7 Jedi today.
Yeah. I just don't want to follow the rules. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. But I feel like there's more behind it than that.
It truly is. And we're probably going to get even deeper into the lore of where he came from and who trained him. Because that dude can fight.
Yeah. I was super shocked, though, to see Ki-Adi-Mundi in there when the timeline don't really match up with that. Because when he was in episode 1, I think he was 96 years old, and this is taken, I think, realms between 100 to 150 years before episode 1. So I'm like, he would be just being born or not even alive yet, and I don't know. Like I get that they wanted to throw a familiar character in there real quick, but like, man, they could have thrown in Yoda, you know, or something that made more sense on age wise. Have been easy, but yeah. I guess it is what it is. I mean, nothing we can do to change about it. I definitely think, I don't know. I definitely think Kathleen Kennedy needs to step down, or get some better guidance, so these things flow a little better. To me, it's not been really running too smoothly with her. Dave Filoni, I know he's been trying to, you know, we kind of talked the other day about how he's been kind of rewriting some stuff too, messing some stuff up. But overall, I think Filoni could do good if he was made to like kind of go under the guidance of George Lucas or someone who knows the book lore and give us. I mean, the books were amazing. It don't matter what series of books really you went through in Star Wars back in the 90s that were written; they were all great, like amazing. And like we would kill to see those on screen, and that would make them so much money. And so, like, if they just would kind of stay true to that and have maybe an avid book reader to kind of, you know, to consult to, these things would roll out a little bit better. But
yeah, honestly, I need to start my collection of all the Legends books and then get caught up to where everybody's at right now. But at the same time, it's just like, if I read all the Legends books and I see what Filoni and Kennedy are putting out, I might be able to, or I might get even more disappointed like the OG fans are. And it's just like, oh no, maybe I should leave the lore alone.
Right. Yeah, there's so many different ways that can go, really. But they just don't want to keep. I think they need to be careful not to get heavier and heavier on the track that they're going right now, because they're going to end up losing all of their fandom and losing a lot of money. And we're going to have a lot of expanded universe out there on screen that a lot of people don't really, you know, care about watching. When, you know, Star Wars is one of the longest and biggest fan bases out there. So But overall, man, the hate that the show's getting, I don't think it deserves the hate that it's getting. I really don't. It's wild how quick it is to just go hate on something and everybody jump on that bandwagon nowadays, whether it be right or wrong. And that's what I'm seeing right now. I mean,
yeah, because you got like the showrunner and then like the lead actress. They've been doing like multiple interviews apparently, and some of their sound bites have been used in headlines to trigger people on Facebook.
yeah.
Like, oh man, like this just makes the violence grow, and it's just like I don't want like people to come in and attack this place or attack this series and be like, yo, like Star Wars needs to quit trying to go woke, and it's just like, you do realize like Star Wars has been woke since the Legends books.
Yeah, well, it's been woke. I mean, like, I think too many people hate on George Lucas, and I think George Lucas here a couple weeks ago did a really good interview and kept us cool and level-headed about things. And he's like, they say there's not enough women in Star Wars. There's no lead female roles. He's like, what do you think Leia was? He's like, she actually is the number one person that's having to deal with this gunslinger doofus and this kid. And like keep them in line, and she's actually the one that takes back the universe. She is the top person, and she's like, that is not at all. Star Wars is lacking. If you want to put more in it, that's fine. He's like, but don't be hating and trying to say there's more things about it that's not true.
Right.
And I think that's good. Like, you want to throw in more women leads, more diversity, more whatever, because we are growing as humanity and getting a better head on our shoulders. Some of us, anyways. Do that. But in your interview, don't turn around and be like, oh, we're trying to make Star Wars gay. Like, you could throw all different sexualities in there if you want. Everybody should support it. But you shouldn't watch your choice of words when your interviews to make it don't seem like that's your goal only of making a Star Wars film. Because there's so much more to Star Wars than just that.
Yeah, because at this point you're just baiting people. You're just like, I'm gonna say some words, some buzzwords, and trigger y'all. And it's just like that is the exact opposite of what you want to do if you want more viewers to come and watch your show. So I wouldn't have ran that kind of press for the show. I think you didn't have a black female lead. It's badass.
You know what Kenpachi said, but you know what? The fanboys can get mad. Okay. Let them get mad. I mean, let's be real here.
Right? Nobody was bitching when Fallout came on TV. Fallout was one of the greatest female-led and written TV shows. But I think that's
just it. I think for for me, like I don't care. Like we love a strong female.
Oh yeah.
Okay. We love all of it. Okay. And I think from my perspective, like the majority of the fandom is looking at this and like, okay, this is very poorly put together, the pacing and what is even going on. And okay, so we followed along for like most of the movies all the way up to like the last trilogy or so. And for me personally, up until like the last trilogy or so, and I called Ahsoka, I called like Bad Batch, I called Clone Wars, and various other very great, and like we know that they can do it. And we know that they could make a great story. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, like, I guess the majority of people are just tired of like very poorly put together, loosely written storylines. Like, it's a very dedicated fan base. So, like, this is, play it as close as possible to the source material. And so that's why, but then you do have ignorant people out there that's like, oh, it's too woke, and oh, it's too many females and too many this and that and like the other. I'm like, bro, enjoy the story. It is right.
I don't care how many roles they have of anything. It's the storyline.
Exactly. It's like you just got to pay attention and just wait it out because it's season one's not even over yet.
Yeah, Will's spot on. Like seriously, who cares about how many roles they are to whatever? It's the storyline we care about. So like you can do whatever you want with those roles. Just write us a good story. And I agree with Will. I'm not gonna lie. That the sequel trilogy. Don't even get me started on that. That's where they should have started with the book. Or I've said this over time and time again. They should have went the Jason and Jaina solo route, and man, they could have been making. They probably could have already made 2 more trilogies and made money, but it's whatever.
Yeah, honestly, the Acolyte was right up my alley. I might be the only person in the room that feels this way, but the episode where we met the witches, I thought that was a great episode. It followed like story standards. It was good. It got the point across. I didn't. Yeah,
well. I'm excited to see more stuff like the witches and the Night Sisters, dude. Like, and what got me interested in that is not even some of the books I've read, but it's the Jedi Survivor and the what's the other one? Jedi Fallen Order. Those have piqued my interest, and now that we're starting to see some of that on screen, oh, dude, I'm pumped about it. Dude. Yeah. And then like Kipachi said, they're mad at lesbian space witches that had a baby with the Force. Why? Why would anybody be mad? Because then they can't like go gripe about some deadbeat dad over here. They did it with the Force. So like, that kids probably get a little bit of a better chance not taking a chance of having a bad dad.
Yeah, I think the hardest thing to digest about the Acolyte is probably, for the most part, the acting a little bit. Because even though he's casted by the dude from Squid Game, and he was great in Squid Game. But his acting as like a master Jedi was kind of like, it doesn't match him. Like
True. Well, fun fact about this, so he actually doesn't know English, and he learned English just to do these lines and do this role in the show. So this is his first time learning English, doing these lines.
Man.
So for him to be doing that, I think he's doing pretty good. But I think that might have a little bit to do with it because it's a brand new thing he's learning. But I think he's I don't know. Out of all the Jedi so far I've seen, he's probably my favorite. I'm not gonna lie.
Cool.
And I'm a big fan of Daphne Keene, and I'm already pissed off that she's gone.
Rest in peace, man. It's just like she put up a better fight than he did. Like, bro, that is your Padawan. The best fight of all of them. She tried to dog walk the Sith Lord.
3 stabs to the chest. Is like, my God. Okay, now, Will, I'm glad you said that. I was thinking about that earlier. I meant to say something. So I was super upset that we turn around and the Wookiee's dead in the chair. I'm like, we're not getting no dialogue. We got a little bit, when it was flashbacks. But dude, I wanted to see that Wookiee in a couple episodes side by side, maybe even fighting. I'm a big Wookiee fan.
Man, and didn't even get to see him fight. And we had an all-star cast, and most of the all-star cast is gone. The Sith Lord killed them all in one swing, bro. He was not playing with them. It was like another running gag about the Acolyte is the dude Jord with the fake the half dreads. Like people rode his ass about that. I was like, man, let him live.
I'll be honest with you. I kind of liked him, but I wasn't crazy about him being a Jedi because he didn't give me those Jedi vibes like everybody else does. And then they want to walk it. They want to do a scene. Like, I know it's not his fault, but they want to do a scene where he's shirtless and like ironing or whatever. And I'm like, what? This why? Like, that was I don't know. I feel like he just threw off those Jedi vibes. But I feel like he could have portrayed a great one if he was written better lines and portrayed a little differently.
Yeah, it was like, well, why is the Padawan fighting better than all of them? Like, Daphne was trying to work that man.
Well, it's because she's got those X-23 fighting skills, so.
Yeah, she's been training for X-23, apparently.
Yeah.
She had that 2 green lightsabers, and she was just like, I'm about to put this red son of a bitch down. And it's like, she might actually do it. Damn, Soul, you ought to be ashamed of yourself, bro.
Oh man.
I don't know if he's a Jedi Master or a Jedi Knight, but the way he fought, he seemed like a Jedi Knight.
Yeah. Yeah.
When he had to go hand to hand, he was a lot better.
Yeah. Mm.
Like,
so, do you have any predictions of what might happen on the next episode?
I want to say we're going to meet more than one Sith, not just like potentially Plagueis, but other people that's probably like following the ways of the dark side and trying to start like a new either brotherhood or just like their whole just start a Sith academy,
right?
That's like on the rise up. That's going to counter the Jedi in the future.
Nice. We better get something. I definitely want to see at least one more Sith character at least.
Yeah.
And I really want to be Plagueis. I do. That would just be a really cool tie-in to the prequels trilogy. So.
Yeah, man. He killed so many Jedi in this episode. Like, how many more are y'all going to send after?
Right. For real. Well, then also too, I'm like, are we going to get this guy more seasons or other shows? Because here's another thing that throws me off is, in the episode 1 Phantom Menace, we have Ki-Adi-Mundi. Actually, it says this when they're around Anakin, and they're like, that's impossible. The Sith have been extinct for a millennia. Well, if Ki-Adi-Mundi knows of 150 years ago of a Sith, what? Like, where is this going? Or was this another mistake that was made? Was this another mistake, or are they going to kind of, redeem themselves and not qualify him as Sith, and he dies in this? But then we see Plagueis or someone, take up someone new next, and that's the start of the Sith. And then Ki-Adi-Mundi maybe in the dark from there on out and doesn't know about it. I think they could get away with that and kind of recoup their mistake if that's what that was. But I'm curious to see where they go with that and like why. Because a millennia is a lot more than 150 years.
Yeah, big time. Yeah, Kim Pachi was saying that this is the time for the rise of the rule of two. And I was like, the way that I remember the rule of two coming into play, that was Darth Bane's story, him and his apprentice, and then how like the Jedi found out where the Brotherhood was, and they showed up and tried to wipe them all out. And, and Bane and his apprentice had to take off and go do their own thing, and they were trying to stay like low key, but at the same time, like if a Jedi try to run up on them, Bane would body them. So it's just like if our guy that's in the Acolyte right now is supposed to be like the Bane of this universe that Filoni's creating, then it'll be interesting going forward.
I hope by the end of the series, some of the hate dies down, and it still encourages them to keep continuing on. Maybe learn from a couple of mistakes from Kevin Feige's changed things and has listened to the fans over the years. So Star Wars can do the same thing. Let's continue this. Let's not stop after this because of all the hate that came from it. Let's continue on.
Right. Man,
I doubt if Star Wars ever stopped because of this hate,
Yeah.
So, right. But like, I guess I'm not. But I don't know.
You're not.
I guess it's not really doing it for me. No hate, no shade, or anything like that. But like, it's just for me.
Yeah, I came in with like the wrong expectation, honestly, because it was just like in the early days where Lucasfilms were doing all these announcements about Skeleton Crew, Tales of the Jedi, Tales of the Empire, and then when they mentioned the Acolyte, they was like, "This is going to be a show about Sith Lords," and it just, we're on episode 5 right now. We just seen one of them unmasked, so it's more than one. Is it going to be even Sith heavier going forward? Or is May finna go full on red saber from here on out? Like, there's no telling, because she even at the end of episode 5 swapped clothes with
Osha.
With Osha. So she's gonna infiltrate the freaking Jedi Order, and ain't no telling what she's gonna do from there.
Yeah. Speaking of helmets and Sith helmets, like on this, So Hasbro has already released that they're going to release this helmet. And dude, I got so pumped because y'all know my helmet collection and I love collecting those. But I got to looking at the release date, and I hope I misread it, but I think it's July of next year. They're going to release the helmet, and I'm like, oh my god, why would you even tease us a year out? But I'm like, man, I got to have that helmet because I don't know, I like the rustic rogueness of it. Like, it looks like it was hand welded together. He came up with this, himself. So I am super excited to get that helmet added to the collection, though.
Yeah, you can't miss with those helmets, man. Looks like they're always cooking up some crazy good idea to do what to do with these helmets.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Will, you had any predictions of what you think might happen going forward?
How many episodes is it supposed to be?
Oh shoot, I'm not sure. I'm gonna assume 8.
Yeah, somewhere in that ballpark. Because I shared it to the group, but that was months ago.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen that post in a long time.
I guess going forward, like I do want to see more of the witches. Like,
yeah,
I want to see at least see like a flashback of the Wookiee. You know what I'm saying? The Wookiee Jedi.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
And as far as how it'll end, I really am not sure. Like, I don't know. But I do want to see Plagueis though. I want to see Plagueis and maybe a couple other Sith.
Yeah, I'm definitely down for some more Sith, man. They need to stay true to their word because they came out swinging with that advertisement. So
yeah, that's my main thing. I want to see Plagueis before the end of this. Plagueis, I just want to see him before the end of it. That's all I care about. Like, give us some kind of tie-in that gets us excited and makes sense.
Right.
Because if you give us that toward the end, we know that's something you can definitely build off of, and it's helping keeping multiple settings canon. So.
Yeah, up until like episode 5, what would you guys score it so far?
I'd give it a 6 out of 10. 6.5, maybe 6.5 out of 10.
Yeah. What about you, Will?
Maybe a 5. I don't know.
Yeah, that's fair.
Feel how you feel. I mean,
that's fair. Yeah, I pretty much I'm in the same boat as y'all. I love the witches episode, the most notorious and most complained about episode. But everything else around it was kind of just a little bit weird to me. So where we at now at episode 5, I probably score this about 6.5, maybe 6 on a bad day.
Yeah.
Out of 10.
What I'd really like to see is I like to see one of the mothers survive. I would like to see one of the mothers survive and expose, like come out of the the shadows and like make an appearance before the end. I would like to see that because then that would tell us that there's probably gonna be some more witch stuff coming, and that would make me happy as well.
I had my mind made up that the mother, like, she's a damn good force user. So anybody, it could have been anybody's guess that she was wearing the helmet. But
yeah,
Kamir got the big reveal in the end. So I'm happy with that either way.
Or, we could always get I know it's not canon and the timeline would never work out, but on down, have Darth Maul pop up and be like, hey, Mother 2 was my sister, and I'm going to avenge her death.
Ooh, man.
She gave me so many Darth Maul vibes, though, because of those horns and the way they were placed just right.
Man. It's just like, I kind of want to write and add my own little twist to these stories now, but I'm going to let Leslie Headland cook. I'm going to let her cook.
Yeah.
We'll be back to reconvene on this at the end of season 1, for sure. Yep, that was our review for The Acolyte. You guys aren't caught up yet, but you're just now tuning in. Don't worry, the spoilers are over. We've already given our scores on it, and you can go straight to Disney Plus and binge the first 5 episodes, and you should be in for a treat.
Yeah, get on it for real.
That is it for the first topic.
All right.
See, up next we got The Boys season 4.
Sir.
Man, this is a wild season.
Oh yeah, they needed to come back. Like, it's been pretty wild every season, but like, don't get me wrong. Like, I think they're keeping a good flow. I think they're keeping a good flow, good change of pace. I'm so happy. My man Jeffrey D. Morgan's in the cast now. I'm not seeing enough of him yet, but hopefully we will. But I think they're moving at a good pace with everything, and I think it's smart to find out that season 5 is going to be their last season. I think they're going to be stopping at their peak. And they got their side shows that are going to be coming off. As long as they do those the same way, I think they're being very smart about this whole entire series.
Yeah, because I don't read any of the source material, so I don't even know how long it took to kill Homelander for real.
Yeah, so if I'm not mistaken, season 5 of The Boys has actually completely went rogue off source material. So if I'm not mistaken, we're out there going now. People, it's hard for them to predict what's going to happen because they are actually doing stuff that's not from the comics.
Wow.
Yep.
And that's going to be risky because they made some changes before, but it seemed like the day one The Boys fans haven't complained much about it yet until this season. Mm-hmm. And then like Rotten Tomatoes and all these other websites are like, yeah, the audience scores are the lowest out of all 4 seasons. And now they're starting to pick back up. I
think the fans will love it. They're going to love it. I'm loving it so far, man. Like, I really am.
I enjoyed the hell out of these first 5 episodes. These episodes were incredible to me. Like,
it was nice to see Starlight lose her shit and just start throwing punches.
Yeah. I was like, she's been going crazy though. Like ever since then, she's been punching people for being out of pocket right there on the spot. Like, oh, do not test Starlight. Shut up. Leave her alone. She will hit you right in your jaw, and that is a super powered punch.
Dude, so I'll be honest with you. When the first episode came on, and I seen Mother's Milk, and I was like, did they bring a new actor in? And I go back and look. I was like, it seems like him, but something don't seem like him. And dude, I realized the beard. They shaved the beard off, and dude, he's one of those people, like, when you shave his facial hair off, he looks completely different. Like, he just don't get the same vibe or anything off. He seems like a whole new person. Yeah,
he even had to do an interview to clear that up. So that was really? He was like, I just lost weight and I shaved.
I guess him losing the weight, that's the other thing. But I was like, this looks like a whole different man playing his character.
He had to step up to the plate this season big time.
For real?
Yeah,
I mean, he's the one leading everything now.
He's leading the boys. He took it over from Billy Butcher, and Butcher's just like, let me back in. He's just like, no, you crazy motherfucker. No. This is
but he brought him in when he needed to, though.
Yeah.
but he's going to play by his rules.
He was like, all right, you're going to listen to me, and this is the only way you'll stay in this band. And it's like, all right.
Yeah, Jeffrey D. Morgan, man, is a great actor. In season 5, Jared Padalecki is supposed to be in there. So we're going to have like a supernatural reunion almost, because we got Soldier Boy, Jensen Ackles, and Jared Padalecki and Jeffrey D. Morgan. They're all from that show. Father's the son.
And Soldier Boy's dead, isn't he? I thought we saw him like blow up at the end of season 3.
Yeah, he died. Supposedly he died. I think.
Supposedly, yeah.
But we know how it is in the superhero world.
Yeah.
Unless you see them die on screen, and they still come back even after that. So.
Yeah.
But I think it's crazy that they brought all 3 of those actors though into this show, but they have such a huge fan base. It's going to do nothing but rise their scores on The Boys. So.
Yeah, I honestly, like, for The Boys, it's so much going on in this season, and just 5 episodes alone. So I figure like the best way to review it is probably go by character. So we have like a list of 8 of them that I thought were like the MVPs of season 4 so far.
Okay.
We don't have to talk at like great length for each and every one of them.
Yeah.
But I definitely love to hear you and Will's opinion on these guys and like how they've been performing, both actor-wise and as a character in the story.
Sure. Yeah, let's do it.
The first character for tonight will be A-Train. And he has been up to no good this season.
Yeah. So, man, I'm going to be honest with you. Could not stand his character when first, I say probably, well, all the seasons up until now. And I don't know what they're doing to me, man. But this season, he's got me kind of liking him.
Yeah, he's about to flip on the 7, man. That's insane.
Yeah.
Like, we did warn y'all about spoilers, but yeah, the A-Train is like trying to turn over a new leaf the best he can. He is getting scolded by his cousin or his brother or the guy in the wheelchair.
Yeah.
And he just like, man, this hits hard. So I kind of need to just clean my act up and actually behave myself like a superhero. And there was one scene where Homelander is just like, I'm going to kill Huey. Because Huey was going on like a reconnaissance mission and he got caught. And Homelander was like, bet, today is the day I'm going to get this dude. And A-Train's like, no, you're not.
Yeah.
Speed rescues him.
When literally he went to go kill him, went into that building and he zooms out and gets him. But then also, I admired it and I was amazed that when he was willing to go get that V for his dad, because all A-Train wanted to do was to be almost like forgiven.
Right.
Make it even be forgiven. And that's not normally A-Train. A-Train didn't give a shit about that,
No.
And so, like, dude, I'm not going to lie. It's not a character I ever thought I would like, but, like, they're changing my feelings about him this season, for real.
Yeah, he's had, like, a nasty turnaround. Like, I would say awesome. It's a better way of complimenting him. He's in the middle of, like, blackmailing Ashley into helping him out because she took a big ass shit in Homelander's toilet. And he's just like, I caught you. And she's like, no, I caught you. All right, you know what? Let's work together. I won't tell you. You won't tell.
I love how he's like, that's how you're getting him back is by doing that in his toilet. Like, I love how she felt like a badass because she wouldn't shit in the toilet and then flush it.
Left him a super floater. Like, damn.
Yeah.
This show has
God.
No lines that they won't cross. This is
true.
Yeah, Will is gonna hang out backstage for a second, get his audio worked out.
All right.
Outside of, I think that's all I got for A-Train. So once I do that, I'm proud of him. He's stepping up to the plate. I wish I would have read the comics and saw what he did in the source material, but the show was more than enough for me. Oh yeah,
I'm still not let down. I get so excited every time it comes to the new episode every week.
Yeah, they went crazy this season.
That's right. I didn't. Yeah, go ahead. I just now read that. I forgot about that. He's right.
He wrote Supernatural and The Boys, or was he like just writing like the screenplays? Because I know Garth Ennis is like the actual like author of the comics.
I can't remember which writer he's for. I'm sure Capacho will chime in here in a minute, but I forgot that he is the same writer for both though. I want to say a screenwriter.
Yeah, he probably wrote the screenplay for both the shows. So it's like a small world. The cast is getting back together, and they are doing even better on The Boys just like they were in Supernatural. So I appreciate the homage they're paying to it.
For sure.
Oh, and my mama is in the chat.
Hey, mama.
What's going on, mama? And thank you for tuning in. We just doing a little birthday weekend celebration and talking about some nerdy stuff. Our next character for tonight, number 2, is Huey. And this picture, oh my god!
It reminds me of that Step Brothers picture.
Yeah, it was like this is the first picture I found on the internet too. I was like, wow. After watching this recent episode, oh my god!
Man, so I love with Huey, I love to see the evolution of his character from the beginning of the first episode and first season to now. You know, I don't know. I think it's a beautiful thing, man. Seeing the evolution of his character, seeing what he was so feared and scared of doing, and things that he won't think twice now. How he's like one of those I mean, there's some situation where he's first to jump in, like, let's make a move. He's even all about trying to make moves to help behind the scenes without telling everybody. So he went from a guy who was like just scared, you know, crapless, and like now, you know, he's got him a set.
Yeah, he really has. He's like, out of all the characters, he's like the biggest screw up. Like every time he makes a mistake, the worst consequences of all time happen.
Oh yeah. Oh, and he was doing the temporary V, dude. That was the funniest shit ever. Yeah. Funniest stuff ever, man. And I love how his character was. You know, he went to get that V for his dad, and then there at the end, he made this hard decision that this ain't the best thing. You know, he kind of put his selfish desires away, and he didn't do it, and his mom had to come in and screw it up. But you know, I just feel like the evolution of his character. He's probably the most evolved character out of this whole series.
Yeah, he really is. And it's like after what just happened to him with his family, like he's definitely going to take a full turnaround with his personality. So those of y'all that are caught up with us, like you guys already know, like Huey's dad is now officially dead, but they went through absolute hell to get to that point. Huey had A-Train steal him some compound V, because his dad was fighting like a brain tumor or something like that, and he just didn't want his dad to die. So he's just like, I'm going to give it to my dad to save him. And then like right when he gets in the hospital, he has it in his pocket. He has the chance to give it to him. He freezes, so his mom takes it and gives it to him, and he turns into this whacked out suit.
I love the line they threw. They're like, it's a true blue miracle.
Yeah. There's like one scene like where Huey's dad activates his superpowers and he's able to phase through objects. This dude is in the other hospital room shooting a shot at a nurse. He was like, "Yeah, you know, I'm kind of a good guy. You know, let's go out to dinner." And
dude, I died laughing. When he did that.
I was like, "Oh wow!"
Well, at least he got that nurse out of probably a creepy, you know, situation she would have been in.
Dude, you're not allowed to be a creep on that show. Ask homeboy that dealt with Homelander's son Ryan. Oh God, man!
Get somebody else in the comments says it's their birthday.
What's going on, man? Shout out to John Ross. Thank you for tuning in. Excuse me. You turning 35. I turned 33 on Tuesday. So we got some July babies. Well, actually, no. Your birthday's today, and that essentially puts you June 29th. Yep. You're still Cancer like me. So. Yeah. Kim Pocky says Kripke was a writer on Supernatural, writer and creator on The Boys. I feel like he might have like double the executive producer credits. They start off the show every time with like Garth Ennis and some other guy that they created the series like by comic book, and that's what the comic books are what the show is based off of. So Eric Kripke might be like the screenplay creator, and all the source material came from Garth Ennis's comic books. But I could be wrong. There are some people that hang out in SNN that read the source material, so I have to check in with them on that. Let's see who's writing the comics. But yeah. Good night, Mama. Love you. You enjoy yourself tonight.
You'll see her soon, actually.
Yeah, she'll be in town, so we get to meet Mama Giant pretty soon. Too bad she's not into nerd culture.
Yeah.
Yeah, Huey, he's a good kid. He tries his absolute best. He loves his family really hard. Like his mom walked out on him at a really young age. He hasn't seen her in God knows how long. So when she finally shows up as his dad's power of attorney, and he is furious at her.
I can only imagine the emotions. That was just a roller coaster. When she walked in that room.
Yeah. Now it's just him and her, and it's against the world. So it's just like he's going to have to forgive her and go forward. It's a pretty sad scene. I almost shed a tear a little bit when Dad had to get put down.
Yeah, that was. Even though we don't see Simon Pegg a whole lot, like you just know that connection that he has with his dad, and it'll toy with your emotions a little.
I was like, man, Huey's got it bad, man. There's consequences for everything he does.
His girl, his dad.
Yeah, like Jesus Christ, can't have a baby with Starlight. She gets an abortion. That goes sideways this season.
Woo! Yeah, it does.
Oh my God. So Kenpaki says, with as much as they have changed from the comic, I believe he writes the TV show. So screenwriter, I guess, but it is credited as a writer. Yeah, because IMDb kind of like mixed up people's roles every now and then. Executive producers usually are the people who made the comic books, or at least one or two of the producers are from the comics. And Garth Ennis, I believe, is one of the producers for the TV show as well.
Gotcha.
So he's getting like double the paycheck off of this.
He ain't complaining.
Yes, sir. Our next character is, oh man, Sister Sledge.
Say Sledge?
Is it Sledge?
No, it's Sage.
Oh, Sage.
I think you were playing a joke on that lobotomy.
Man, because it's like I was Googling her name and I could not find her. They kept popping up like the female music group, and I was this is not what I want. I want the villain. I want the villain.
I am liking her character. I don't know which route it's going to go, but I really hope she's the one that ultimately turns all of them against each other and tears the seven apart. Like I think that's the route it's going, and that's what I'd like to see. I like how Homelander thought, I'm just going to, bring her on, and she's going to be used to my benefit. Smartest person in the world, and she got her own plan going on. But dude, the scenes with her in the deep are cracking me up. I love the deal where she's like, oh come on, he's like, oh gross, that's I'm into some weird shit. He's like, but no. She's like, if you do it, I'll let you do anal. He's like, all right.
Say less. She got a full scale lobotomy from him just for that bargain.
And then what was it in the episode before? She's like, shoot, what was it she was eating? She said something about, she's like, I got you some Flavor Town. I'm like,
yeah, like this. And Deep was like, say less.
Yeah.
Deep is just a freaky dude.
Dude, for real. But I love how she's very smart and she's going around slowly turning everybody against each other. I hope that tears everybody apart. But then I like her kind of like her free side of her too. So
yeah, it's just like give me a lobotomy so I can be myself for a minute, because her brain has the power to regenerate,
right?
And, continue growing and all that. So it's just
that's wild, dude. Oh, it was so gross. It sounded so real. Like,
Ugh. I was like, she's just manipulating people. She's got A-Train shaking in his boots, because it's like A-Train can't even kill her because Homelander's going to wonder why he killed her, and then it starts like a snowball effect.
Yeah, I hope they end up somehow it works out where they team up together. He's just leery right now of her, and she's leery of him. I hope they end up just teaming up together and just taking them all out.
Yeah, because they grew up together as like child superheroes, and they were on a team back in the day. And they kind of butted heads, and now they have to work together again on the 7.
Yeah.
Whew, bad coworker vibes. It's like I'm looking forward to that. She's like the most sinister character in the 7 right now, and
for sure.
I'm so scared of her.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. That's all I got to say about Sister Sage. Character number 4 is none other than Firecracker.
Oh God. There's not a more of a, like, it used to be the Deep, or A-Train that I just wanted to no character more just made me want to bitch slap someone. And I don't believe in putting my hands on women. But like, oh my god, this character just makes me want to have somebody go bitch slap her for me. Like, she is so annoying. Her viewpoints, her morals, her tactics, it's so cringe, dude. Hey, we get Raiden in the chat.
Yeah.
Oh,
what's up, Raiden? Thank you for tuning in, Brody. Yes, sir.
But dude, oh my god, Firecracker! Nothing pleased me more to see Starlight beat the shit out of her. Like that. Oh, that's probably my favorite moment of her being on screen.
Yeah.
But oh my god,
so satisfying.
I don't have a lot to say about her, but annoying, freaking annoying, man. I'm ready for her character to die. Let me just say that.
Yeah, Eric Kripke made the announcement officially in like an interview that she's based on Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Yeah.
The conspiracy queen of the U.S. Congress.
Yeah, and here's the other thing, like that's actually funny.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of very close to their characters. But at the same time, like I'm reading some of these things people are like, politically wise, this is who they're comparing and this is what they're trying to infuse. Man, I come to this nerd stuff to get away from the real world, to get away from politics, get away from the bad stuff. So I try to like tune that out, and I just sit here and watch it to enjoy the creativity and the entertainment of it. But I'm ready for her to die. She can die now.
Absolutely. When they say art imitates real life, they're like The Boys is like pretty much America with superheroes in it.
Yeah,
real life America.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, I feel like truly if this could happen or exist, this is exactly how it would be. I really do.
Yeah, she kills me with the stuff that she says because she's like spot on, like a fake conspiracy theory. And the actress Valerie Curry that plays her, she's a lesbian in real life, and she's playing a role of somebody that's anti-LGBTQ.
Yeah. Now I have to give it to her. Props to her on her acting. Like she can act. Because she's supposed to be a character that's hated, and gosh, she makes you hate her. So,
man, absolute monster. She exposed Starlight for her abortion, and now everybody that's like right wing are just like, oh, she's a baby killer, and now like,
well, she's like gets exposed to be with a 15-year-old, but then she's like, if it wasn't for me being led to that 15-year-old to make this mistake, then it wouldn't have led me to Jesus. I'm like, oh my god, woo. Y'all are making woo. Yeah, man. I'm not even gonna get on that subject because I'm like, my god, you're an idiot.
Yeah, you see all the memes on the internet, dudes saying, wait, hear me out, guys. I can fix her.
Yeah.
I mean, she's hot, but she's crazy as hell. I don't know.
Yeah. Too much crazy for that hot, so it's not even worth it.
No. I'm just like, you could use that southern accent all you want. I'm not falling for it.
It's almost too strong a southern accent for my taste, so.
Yeah. Like, I wonder if she's like really southern or she's just faking that drawl.
Oh, man.
Wilson,
I hope she's fake. I hope she's faking it.
Yeah, big time. Because it's just like, Homelander, I'll do anything, and I mean anything.
Yeah, when I said I hope she's faking. I was all like, you don't hear too many guys say that phrase.
Only the legends. Kipachi said she'd be a great one. Nice. Yeah, you don't tell your friends about it.
Yeah. That's your embarrassing one night stand, man.
That was you?
Oh, Kenpachi.
Oh, and we got another controversial character after her.
Oh, who's that?
It's my boy Frenchie.
Hey, I love Frenchie, man.
Frenchie is he is kicking ass this season. Absolutely.
Yeah, I like what's crazy is like it seems like no matter how fucked up he gets, he's still getting shit done.
Yeah, he is. It's just like, and a lot of I'm not sure if this is true or not, but the character that he's based off of in the Boys comics was already bisexual. So a lot of people that's complaining about him like leaving Kimiko for a guy this season, it's just like people just reaching again, and it's just like,
I don't have an issue with him being bisexual, but like what I do, I hate that him and Kimiko are not a thing anymore, or like he's not trying for them to be a thing. So I really like the dynamic duo and the complete opposites of them, and I love their chemistry together and the back and forth and stuff. I feel like it was a really quick, abrupt change. It wasn't even like a smooth transition for him to change over to fuck her. You know, I'm interested in him now.
Right.
So I wish they would have did a little bit better storytelling on that transition of them ending it and him moving on to someone else. But once again, who cares? Why? Like, why is this a big deal? It's just, it doesn't affect the storyline. It's just another evolution of the character. I mean, I think it's kind of crazy and wild that he ended up killing the dude's family back in the day. I mean, and that kind of made it interesting. So,
yeah, I was like, bro, like, and when Colin finds out, he's just like, dude, I should kill you. Next time I see you, I will kill you.
Yeah.
So he's just like, damn it.
Will said, I got you, Kimiko. Fuck him.
God, man, Kimiko is such a doll.
Oh, yeah. She's a great actress. She's also plays in the Suicide Squad, right?
Yeah, she is Katana.
Yeah, Katana.
Yeah. I was like, I love her, man. She's a great actress. Like,
she is.
Out of all the couples in The Boys, her and Frenchie are like my favorite couple to follow.
Yeah, same. I like how he was. I can't remember who it was. It was in this last episode, but he's like, I think it's Jeffrey D. Morgan. He's like, your team is shit. They don't need to be involved. He's like, they all are, but Kimiko, but she kicks some ass. I'm like, it's kind of true.
And she's basically immortal. It's just like she got blown up, shot with shotguns through walls.
Oh, dude, when she jumped out of that hotel room and they catch Frenchie, but they couldn't catch her. I was like, oh my God.
Jesus Christ.
Pretty brutal.
She's like a lady Deadpool for real. Like, she just regenerates from scratch. And like, I like to have her healing abilities, though. That's pretty cool.
That'd be one of the best ones ever. Like, one of the top powers I would want for real. Regeneration, because also that helps with your aging.
Yeah, that's right.
You live a lot longer.
Man, Kimiko has like the dream power out of all the boys.
Hell yeah.
And Starlight and her learning how to master flight and all that. She's going to be badass pretty soon too.
Yeah, for sure.
She unfortunately didn't become one of my 8 MVPs, but I'm looking forward to what she's going to do the second half of this season.
Right. Oh yeah. I'm curious to see. I feel like we're about to get a big evolution of her character arc as well. So.
Yeah, she tried to be like a political hero for everybody, and Firecracker was just not having it. Like, no, I'm gonna get you for what you did to me back in the day when I was like a child. Like, all right, I guess forgiveness is just not a thing anymore.
Them old beauty queen pageants, they say those grudges last a lifetime. Oh. God. Will.
Will said if I could regenerate like that, man, we'd tear a motel room up. Like, damn, a motel? Not a hotel? Y'all up to no good.
He must be thinking about using that motel with what's the face we were just talking about? The one you don't tell your friends about.
Yeah. Like you sketchy, huh? Oh man, fact checker extraordinaire and human relations specialist Ben Stewart is in the comments.
Mr. Ben Stewart.
Thank you for the love. Mad love.
Great guy right there.
Nastiness, absolutely. Our next character is also kind of controversial. He's put on his greatest performance in all 4 seasons of The Boys, bar none, and it's Anthony Starr as Homelander.
This guy, I've seen a deal on the internet, and I have to agree with it 100%, man. Like, literally, top 5 villains of all times in any film. Dude's there. His acting skills and how he portrays this guy, man, it's top tier.
Yeah, he's easily top 5. Like this dude, like all 4 of these seasons combined in his performance in these most recent episodes, monster, absolute narcissistic monster.
Yeah, seriously, I would probably place him in like the top 3 villains of cinema ever. And I'm telling you right now, I know I've said it before, but man, Anthony Starr deserves some good roles in other, like, put him in the MCU, James Gunn's DCU. Like, the man deserves it because, like, his acting of a villain is just phenomenal.
Top tier, man. Like, he will forever be my Reverse Flash. If James Gunn does not cast him, he is screwing up.
Yeah. Hey, you got Eric in the chat too.
What's up, EJ? Thank you for tuning in, brother. We're doing a review on The Boys season 4, character by character, and we just cover like about 6 out of the 8 MVPs for this season so far, and man, we just made it to Homelander. Oh,
yeah. So I seen a deal the other day where he's like, people will see him Anthony Starr out in public, and they'll kind of like talk hateful to him, or they'll kind of, you know, and because he portrays that character, so he's like, he tells me, like, that's not really who I am in real life. He's like, I'm not as psycho, I'm not as psycho like that. And they say he's like super nice guy, cool to hang out with. But he's like, people see him in public and just immediately they see Homelander's face and they kind of get furious because he pulls it off that well, man. His acting chops are great, amazing.
Yeah, there's people on Facebook right now fighting over the fact that he might be able to surpass Heath Ledger's Joker. And I was like, whew.
Heath Ledger's Joker is freaking phenomenal and untouchable, but like I'm not gonna lie, I can rank him up there with him. I really can.
Yeah, he is standing up there with the greats right now. Just like it was either 3 or 4 alone, where he goes back to his origins, where they first did all the experiments on him, and he just like let them all have it. It was a slow burn too.
Oh, dude, when he threw him in the burn deal and he's like, doing the paper ball thing, I was like, God, this is good writing right here. Where he's like, I used to watch you outside past the, group or whatever. Oh man, then he stuck, the head woman in there after he slaughtered all of them in there, and like she's got sitting there with that rot now, like locked up. Oh my God.
Jesus Christ! And now he's like maybe grooming is not the right choice of word, but he's kind of teaching Ryan this shit now in the most recent episode.
Yeah, I would say he's definitely grooming him to be another psycho villain. Man, like how he just flopped completely, and now he's like, "Oh, do what you want." I agree. I'm like, dude, you are so messing with this kid's mind. You're flip flopping like this.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, you got to be like one of the worst dads in fictional storytelling.
Yeah. For real.
Jesus Christ, man! How unfortunate do you have to be born by Homelander semen?
Yeah.
It's like, oh God, please don't claim me. Don't claim me. I'll claim Billy Butcher before I claim you.
I'll be honest with you. I really don't see how they're going to get Ryan on the other side for good. I really don't. I'm sure they can write that character into doing that, but at the end of the day, we don't know if they're going to. So I'm curious real quick, do you think that they will write Ryan's character to cross over to good in the safety and to try to do good by the end of season 5? Or do you think that it's going to be one of those where he's going to have to be killed?
Yeah, I'm willing to bet like by the season finale, the series finale, that he'll probably change back to good. He'll probably be a part of the solution to help take down Homelander.
Yeah. I'm curious to find out because he's well on his way to be Psycho 2.
Yeah, the way things set up right now is he's going to get worse before he gets better. Yeah,
the way he made the director come over there and get on his knees. He's like, I don't think he's sorry. Start slapping him. I'm like, oh, that's your daddy right there. That is your daddy.
You got your daddy in you, boy.
Yeah, for real.
The apple hasn't fallen far from the tree. Oh, man. Good see EJ. Monty says, I think he sees that Homelander is nuts. So maybe he's like Stockholm syndrome in his way out of trouble. Maybe. We'll see. Yeah, I'm scared of both of them now. when you're a normal human being in a room full of like crazy ass suits and all you can do is
Right.
just obey their order.
Yeah.
Very dehumanizing, man.
Yeah. Well, I'm really curious too, because he's like, "Ooh, I want to help save people in real life and it not be a set." Well, we all know Homelander really ain't about that either.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see. Like, I know he kind of like took a step forward, making him feel like he's saving right with that director. But I'm curious to see how far they take it, or how far he manipulates him into thinking he's doing that, but it's actually the complete opposite.
Yeah, it's just like by the time he catches it, it'll be too late. It'll be like, dang it, man! Like you got bamboozled. Like your best chance was Billy Butcher, and you.
Yeah.
God, man.
Yeah.
So Kid Pocky says, hang on, though. Homeboy was abusing his power. Ryan made him pay. That girl looked like she enjoyed slapping him.
No, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with it, but we know where that's going, though. We know where they were leading to. So
I ain't gonna lie, I laughed at that scene a little bit, but then
I did.
I saw Ryan smile. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, as soon as you see that smile on him, I'm like, oh shit. All right. Yeah, but he did have it coming. The director did have it coming. So
yeah, it's one thing where superheroes just swoop in and save the day. It's another thing where superheroes just like they get revenge by an alternative, nastier means than usual.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, whoa. God, man. Yeah, that's all I got to say about Homelander. Okay. You got anything you want to say about him?
No, I think that's the one we spoke the most about.
Yeah.
But, no, I'm good.
Let's see.
You got lined up next.
Billy Butcher, ladies and gentlemen. Carl Urban.
My guy. Dude, I don't know what it is about him, and he's getting rougher, more careless around the edges. He's always kind of been, but I mean, it's getting pretty bad now that he knows he's dying. And but dude, I love Carl Urban's portrayal of Billy Butcher, and like I'm super curious. I think he's not going to die now. I think that he's a permanent suit, and I want to see. Well, we see the tentacles come out of that cat, and we think that's pretty much what came out of Billy. When there's in that trailer and they kill that Jesus dude.
Yeah.
I really hope we get to see more of that and an explanation of that this season, and they don't leave us hanging on it until the next season. But I hope he don't die. I hope it turns out he's a permanent suit. But I feel like in some weird way or fashion, there's a more virus connected. Whatever's going to happen, I feel like Butcher's going to end up being an ultimate sacrifice, and whatever kills the suit's going to end up killing him. But he's going to do it anyways because he knows that's what the world needs.
Right. Like he might have some fancy way of taking Homelander out with him
right.
at the very least.
And I've never been to one, I love British accents, and I've never in my life ever said the word bollocks as much as I have now because of Billy Butcher and the boys. I just go around using that in different phrases now, like, oh, bollocks! Can't believe that just bloody happened to me. But, oh man. I love Carl Urban's portrayal. Once again, another top tier actor in my opinion. So
yeah, he does that little head roll when he cusses people out. Look,
yeah,
Alex, mate. Why don't you?
Oh, dude, he has his own swagger about himself for sure.
Yeah, he is like full on Aussie.
Yeah,
under.
Yep, sure is.
I do have a hot take about him though. He is definitely. Billy Butcher might be my favorite Carl Urban role to this day.
Yeah, no, it is mine. It is mine. My second would probably be Dredd.
Dredd, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like Carl has had some phenomenal roles in the past, but he has played the hell out of Billy Butcher. Yeah,
no, for real. I think he's another one too. It's got to be the right role for him. But my third role would probably be him playing in Star Trek. Playing the good doctor, but he shows he can be so versatile, man. And I would love to see him after The Boys, as well as Anthony Starr, get another big role in a good sized franchise.
Yeah, like majority of that cast need to be in superhero movies.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Sure.
Oh, Chronicles of Riddick was definitely another good one.
Oh man, it's been so long since I've seen that. I have to go back and watch that and see what he played in there.
Yeah, it is a phenomenal movie I grew up with.
So Vin Diesel, isn't it?
Yeah, it's one of my favorite Vin Diesel movies. Actually, it probably is my favorite Vin Diesel movie. I just not Fast and Furious crazy, but
yeah.
But family is important.
And with that, you can beat anything.
Like, if Vin Diesel was all about family, he'd take down Homelander in a second.
Oh man.
Yeah, well, we'll probably come back and revisit this like when season 4 ends. But man,
yeah,
I'm really glad like they're diving deeper and deeper to Billy Butcher's relationship with Ryan, and he's like having these visions with Rebecca.
Yeah,
and kind of getting to know him a little bit better on a personal level.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Let's see, but if that's all we got for Billy Butcher, we are on to the final MVP of this season.
Who might this be?
And honestly, even if she's not MVP, this is still Bay.
Yeah.
Victoria.
Oh, dude, yeah. Dude, I love her character. And, she's the one who played Farrah in Call of Duty.
Did she?
Yeah, like, and they like her character in Call of Duty looks like her too. Like, the Call of Duty we play right now, she's Farrah.
Yeah, Modern Warfare 3. Yeah.
Yeah. I just found that out 2 days ago.
She could pop my skull off my shoulders anytime. I start feeling that nosebleed, like, oh.
Like, easy.
Yeah.
No, she's gorgeous and she's a great actor for real. I would like to see her in some more stuff too, which I think she's kind of I could be wrong, so forgive me if I am, but I think she is an up and coming rising star, and I think we're definitely going to see her in more stuff in the future.
I really hope so too, because I loved her in both The Boys and Gen V.
Yeah.
And Gen V's connection to this season it's all like tying back together, and it's like a bow beautifully. Yeah,
I will have to say I commend them on that. This last episode, they kind of did before this episode, and they did actually toward the end of the last season. But I'm really happy with how they tied in Gen V with this, all of the connections, and they tied it in this last episode.
Yeah.
But it was nice. It was nice to see that instead of it being just like something on the news about something from the other series. I like to see them more heavily tied in like that and more connected. So.
Yeah, and we got to see her. Is it her biological dad or like godfather or something like that? Giancarlo.
Yeah, that's her adopted dad. Yep.
Yeah, and got to finally see him again.
Yep. Yeah, and they're about to be up to no good because she popped that agent's head and took him out with the handcuffs. Dude, any episode of Giancarlo, can't get enough of it. I love that guy. I just started watching his series on Amazon called Parish. I'm only about one episode in. It's pretty good so far.
Okay, yeah, Giancarlo is very rarely a part of like a bad project, man. He has not missed yet.
He's ultimate villain status, man. He's another great villain.
Kim Pachi says, "Do you think Giancarlo has powers and is hiding them?" I heard a rumor.
I don't think so, because the way he got upset and reacted when he was told that she was injecting Gen V into her daughter, I think he likes being able to manipulate and control people with it, but I don't think he personally has a power. I don't.
Yeah, because honestly, at some point he should have revealed it, or unless he got it very, very recently.
Yeah, I don't think he does, just because the way he reacted about when he found out the daughter was getting injected. I think he truly does hate it, but at the same time, he's not going to back away from using it to his advantage, so.
Yeah, Victoria owned him too in that scene too. She was just
yeah,
you're just ashamed of me.
And then Billy so quick, like flopped. He's like, oh, she was about to pop your head before Billy turned on him so quick for Victoria. And I was like, God, he's so brutal. Like, no loyalty of that man at all.
Man, Billy was not having that. He was just like, I'm not getting no vampire sheep.
Yeah, for real.
Experimenting on farm animals and giving them compound D. That's what happens.
I'm not gonna lie, the farm animal shit was crazy. Crazy. At first I was like, God, this is corny. And more got into it, I'm like, I'm kind of digging this. This is wild. And then I got to think, I'm like, God, can you imagine like this in real life and how like crazy scary it would be and trying to survive. Oh man. I think it was very creative, and I think it was great. I'm glad they did it. I'm not gonna lie.
that was so much fun. Like
when that chicken jumped through that guy, I was like, oh my god.
Oh no!
Yeah, he was vampiric sheep or a cannibal looking. Well, I guess not cannibal for them, but yeah, it's wild.
I was watching it like 2 a.m, and I screamed anyway, so I know my neighbors can't stand me. So it's
man!
Shout out to Jennifer Johnson. Thank you for tuning in.
Hey.
What's up, Queen? Yo,
they just had an episode about an hour before this one started. Actually, going over Bridgerton.
Yeah, that new season. I'm way behind on Bridgerton.
I've not watched it all, but man, it's coming across my social media like crazy. So I think I'm going to try to take a step into it next week and start watching and see what the hype's all about. I'm hearing people rave about it, man. I hear it's really good.
Yeah, it's like I'm seeing people who like usually not into that kind of stuff are posting reviews about it, and I'm like,
right, yeah. I'm my interest is peaked, so I'm going to be getting into that here soon.
Yeah, I have to say that on my list because I need to get back to work on Tokyo Vice, and then once I'm done with that, Bridgerton.
Yes, when you get done with Tokyo Vice, we need to talk about it on here for real.
Big time.
That I feel like is a slept-on series. You don't hear nobody talking about it hardly. And I think it's such a slept-on, amazing series. If you're not watching Tokyo Vice, you need to watch Tokyo Vice.
Absolutely. It's on HBO Max or AKA Max. So if you guys want to get into a good thriller series, you can.
Yeah, and it's based on a true story. It's about a guy from Springfield, Missouri that is a writer for a newspaper and goes over to Tokyo. And oh my god, it's so good.
Yeah, I might have to check The Gentleman out too. Kenpachi mentioned that earlier.
Dude, watch it. I've watched the whole series. It's got Giancarlo in it. It's got Theo James in it. It's got a good cast in it. But dude, it's very it's different, but it's very good. I think it's a Guy Ritchie series, if I'm not mistaken. But dude, it's good. So definitely watch it. Like you will not regret it.
Yeah, I am missing out on a ton of live action right now, but the catch up is coming. Yeah, but that is the final character for The Boys, and that pretty much sums up everything we've seen in season 4 so far.
Yep.
So overall, what with these 5 episodes that's already out, what score would you give it?
Oh, dude, I'd give it a 9 out of 10. I do.
Absolutely.
Like 9 out of 10 easy.
Like even on like my best day, I could push 9.5 if I wanted.
Oh yeah, for
push
sure.
That. Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing out there and what everybody's loving.
Dude, man, it people are gonna hate, but at a certain point they're gonna fold because the writing's just too damn good.
Yeah. No, for sure. Definitely. I'm ready to see the next episode already. So.
Yeah, Thursday needs to hurry up already.
Yeah.
We're getting a new episode on the 4th of July. That is insane. But yep, that is it for The Boys season 4. Then we have finally made it to the announcements section. Will says to tag him in, so Will wants to tune in for some of these announcements.
All right.
Let's see. Will, can you hear us? He might be having some more audio issues. There he is.
Hey.
Okay. Yeah. I'm here for these announcements. And also, happy birthday, bro. I'm just saying, like,
yes. Happy birthday, King.
The second, happy birthday, and I love you, man.
Love you, brothers. Y'all my
much
boys
love.
for life.
For sure.
Yes, sir.
So, without further ado, we will get right into Mr. Hickman's grand announcement for tonight.
Woo! All right. I have been not on screen very much in the past 6 months, and I feel like it's time for that to change. So, besides guesting on great podcasts, great friends of mine, I'm actually launching July 11th at 7 p.m. It'll be a weekly podcast at 7 p.m. on Thursdays. A new podcast called Fundamentals. There's the logo. We're super excited. We're going to start off the first podcast with it's going to be live, but we're going to go do a once a month live. And every podcast weekly is actually going to be a post-production podcast. And still chime in the comments, do what you want, but it's going to be edited and try to give you the best quality news and stay on top of everything trending as much as possible. Also, we're going to have 3 permanent hosts. Announcements for those will come here soon. And then from time to time, as we can bring them in, we'll also be doing celebrity interviews. So super pumped, super excited, and just trying to be your go-to news on the latest, trendiest leaks, news, and rumors. So super excited. Yeah.
It's about damn time.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I'm so amped up. Like, yeah, thank you. I appreciate y'all's support. I appreciate everybody's support. So
we're going to pull up for Fundamentals rolling deep. Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah.
So, like you said before, July 11th, 7 p.m., debut episode. Be there or be squared. Be on the lookout for the links to his YouTube channel and TikTok, where you can catch the show. And then you see some familiar faces on there.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Yep. I got 2 announcements, and then I'll pass the ball to Will if he has any.
All right.
My first announcement is that I am working on a comic book. So right now I'm working on the story. It's going to be called Rest in Power. It's about the human race versus the apocalypse, and they're doing everything they can to try to stop the world from ending. They're in the middle of a wager between Adam and Lilith to see if they can stop 4 different apocalypses at least once, then they can save humanity from being wiped out.
Nice.
The main antagonist of the story will definitely be Adam. He is the leader of, he is in charge of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, and they are in charge of their own ages. So like the age of famine is responsible for his own apocalypse. The age of conquest is Conquest's domain. And right now we're currently in the age of conquest, and famine is like a backstory. So right now the main character, Zico Williams, is our shonen protagonist, and he has the power of sound manipulation, and he's training to get better, to help defend the world against our common enemy. And I will get into further details about that as well. It's going to be a really fun story. A lot of the characters, yeah,
I'm so pumped and ready for this.
A lot of the characters are based on real life people too. So like you see me, Blake, and Will. There might be a character for each one of us in that show.
I did not know this.
Yeah, and then nice. I also drafted up some designs for some other characters as well. Like some of our most famous and probably going to be the most popular characters are based off of WWE wrestlers. So,
nice.
There's a lady character that looks just like Jade Cargill. Yeah, so I'm going all out for this. I just need an illustrator to work with me on it, and then I might even do like a read along for each chapter. I'm gonna have a podcast separate just for that to do a read along.
Nice. Hell yeah, that's awesome, dude. I know a couple. I was thinking actually. I know a couple of illustrators that work for Marvel that I actually might go hook you up with.
Ooh.
Yeah, I just not thought about that. I didn't think I got a couple of connections. Yeah, that'd be sick.
Man, we would make a miracle happen for real, man. I definitely appreciate that. All I need is the artist to do their thing, and I'll do my thing with the story.
Right? Yeah. Hell yeah. Dude, I cannot wait. Like, I'm so amped up about that.
Hell yeah. Especially if Marvel hits me up and be like, yo, we want to pick this up. You can.
Yeah.
The overall goal is I like to get it turned into an anime, but if Marvel gets their hands on it, they can make it even better live action. I'm all for it.
Oh, man. Be up there working shoulder to shoulder with Papa Feige.
Papa Feige.
Oh.
Yes, sir. And announcement number 2 is so I came up with an official name for my music spinoff. And it's going to be the People's Playlist. And that'll be debuting at the end of July.
I like that.
It's going to be a good balance of just like music, history. I'll probably like do interviews with people who are running for office this November here as far as the local area. And then I may branch out for some interviews with people that's like state level for the state of Missouri. So that's going to be a fun time.
Educate these voters, man, so people know what they're voting for.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. People going to the ballot and just checking whatever the hell they see is just like, no, not this year. Not this year.
Exactly.
Knowledge is power. So I'm excited about the People's Playlist and Rest in Power.
Yeah.
Man, 2024 is going to be a year of some great things.
It is.
Yes, but that's
I think
all
I'm excited
got,
for the. I'm excited for your book and everything. Man. Like it sounds super interesting. Like
I got Will's character hashed out already too.
Like I'm already invested. Like,
for real.
Oh yeah.
Well, he told me about this the other day a little bit, not as much as he did now. And like, dude, I got so pumped up the other day. Then you just told all these details tonight. I'm like, oh shit! Like,
it's insane, man. I'm trying to do as much research as I can, so I can have like some historical accuracies to it too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, man, I really hope it gets good reviews.
Oh, bro, I got nothing but great hopes and faith that's going to. For real.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I definitely appreciate that, guys.
And I guess on my end, like we're doing more Twitch gaming streams. So stay tuned for those, and it should be a good time with the squad over there, man.
Man,
yes, sir.
Good time, man.
Warzone Wednesdays, baby.
I'm so glad y'all got me into that. Because like I've never been a big Warzone guy, and like more I'm doing it, more I'm learning. I'm like, okay, this is pretty fun. It's pretty fun.
Like once Wyatt showed
especially
me how
with
to
the
have
right
a perfect
people,
loadout.
Yeah, same. That was the game changer for me.
It's like I'm gonna catch bodies now.
Yeah. Oh man.
Oh yeah.
No, once again, it goes to show education is key.
It really
sorry,
is.
Will. I didn't mean to talk you there.
No, you good, bro. I was gonna say we probably gonna do the Elden Ring streams and everything. Should be a fun time, man. DLC drop, so yeah.
Should be Shadow of the Erd Tree.
Oh yeah. Get Deante on there too.
Yeah, I didn't go to GameStop today, but I'm gonna go to GameStop tomorrow and pick it up. And we should be starting in about a couple weeks. So Trent and Will, we finna 3-man this and catch some bodies.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Catch some body.
And Mac, aka your boy, just pulled up. He's in a gaming session, but just wanted to come by and wish the big homie a dope B-Day. Appreciate you, mad love, and thank you for tuning in. We definitely had a great time tonight. This is definitely a great way to kick off the weekend. We are excited for all the things that's going to come in the future for Fundamentals and Saturday Night Nerds. And man, I know 2024 is going to end with a banger for sure.
It's definitely going to end with a banger.
Oh
yeah. We'll be holding our glasses high in the air.
Hey. Trials and tribulations, and we came out on top. And the same thing, we're gaming, but happy B-Day, bro. Thank you very much, Jennifer.
I might tune in.
Appreciate you guys for watching the show.
Yeah.
What's up? What happened?
He said he might tune in to the gaming session and gets off of here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I might have to peek on over and see what they got going on.
Yeah.
Our next stream should be, as far as Saturday Night Nerds go, be late July, around like Saturday, the same Saturday as Deadpool 3 release. So
yes, sir.
Me and the gang, we're all going to go to Marcus Theaters and watch it together.
Oh, cannot wait.
Man, it's gonna be hype, man.
Yes.
I'm
they just released a couple of days ago a new trailer again, and then we get to see Tyler Maine's Sabretooth and Wolverine go head to head. So.
I hope Wolverine drags him.
Oh, dude, I do. What I do love is like his Tyler Maine's Sabretooth didn't talk much in the first X-Men, you know. But like when you hear him talk on this, he sounds more like the comic, like the cartoon Sabretooth. So I'm like, all right, cool. I think they stepped up their game with this guy.
Yeah, and I'm hoping at some point in the movie, Hugh Jackman just wears the helmet once, at least one time. Please.
Yeah, supposedly he's supposed to. I think it's for like a very short time, and that's fine. Yeah. We just need to see it on him at least once.
One time.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
Please.
One time.
I don't want to see you walking around the movie with face exposed 24/7. Put the helmet on one time.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah. That's all I got, guys, man. I thank everybody for pulling up and celebrating with me. Thank you guys for co-hosting with me and having a good time.
No problem.
Appreciate you boys for life, man. Y'all family, man.
Oh, yes.
Love you, brother.
Yes, sir.
Love you guys. Everybody that tuned in, thank you one final time for watching the bonus episode of Saturday Night Nerds. We'll see you guys again in a few weeks. And stay nerdy, stay blessed.